Right. Welcome. We are live on the Life and Transitions Experts YouTube channel, Facebook group, also live here on Instagram with some content that I hope will help you in your journey if you are experiencing or going through probate as the personal representative, sometimes called the fiduciary, executor, administrator. Really depends on different small nuances, but the most important thing is you're responsible for the settling the affairs of someone who has passed away. And at the Life and Transitions Experts channel, it's one of the things we're focused on helping people through some of the biggest transitions in life. And as the owner of Estate Pro Service LLC, I am a certified probate property specialist, which means I help people make the probate and estate planning process easier while creating income and wealth primarily through real estate. So today we're going to take a look at a form that quite often stumbles a lot of people, and that's Form 506, the account. Whether you're filing the annual account or final account, when you are responsible for the estate of someone, the account has to take into account what's in the property, what's going on. So that's what we're going to look at today. One caveat, as I always say, I am not offering legal or financial advice. I am sharing my experience as a probate specialist. Hopefully, I'll be able to help you, but this is like a buffet. You can take it or leave it. Feel free to reach out to me if you want more support. Again, it's non-legal support, but again, it's hopefully will help point you in the right direction. I always encourage folks to seek legal representation, and I have tons of great friends and skilled, caring state professionals who are here to support you, regardless of what state you're in. Connect to a nationwide group of vetted professionals who take their job seriously. And so feel free to reach out to me if you need a connection to someone else, particularly in North Carolina, or if you just want to hear my opinion, and hopefully that will help you along the way. So let's take a look at Form 506, the account for probate in North Carolina. Okay, all right. So, one thing, what is the form? Well, let's take a step back. Probate, as I alluded to earlier, or spoke to earlier, it's the legal process of settling the affairs of someone who's passed away. If you die or pass away with property in your name and you have debt in your name, then you will more than likely have to go through the probate process in whatever state you resided in. There are ways that someone can legally make sure that their family avoids probate. There's some awesome legal instruments that are available to anyone, regardless of your financial status. Again, reach out to me as well. I can connect you to some of those partnerships I have and give you some discounts on those awesome documents like a trust, and making sure you have your beneficiaries designated on your accounts, all that good stuff. That's for a different. I've done tons of content on that, so feel free to look at that in the past on my YouTube channel if you are inclined. But if you someone hasn't done that, then there has to be a legal way to rectify that. That's the probate process. So Form 506. Form 506 is the account. It's either the final account or the account. And it's really the purpose of that is to make sure that you have a detailed record of all the financial transactions. As the fiduciary, that's what it means. You are the financial agent. You're representing the estate. So you have a responsibility to put in and make sure it outlines all the assets, the income, the expenses, what's been distributed. This form helps with several things. Uh, Really, the main purpose um, of this is, let's see, I think I have a slide for it, is because they wanted to make sure there's transparency when you're selling the affairs of someone. There may be several stakeholders or many multiple stakeholders, including the state that you're involved in, and they want to make sure you're transparent. It's also it's called the account. You're being accountable, or the estate's being accountable for the debt that it owed or the money that's been distributed. And it's also a way to verify that those things have been taken care of with the backup receipts that are provided. So those are really three important things as the personal representative that you're responsible for: being transparent, showing some accountability, and verifying all the financial status of that person. And that's Form 506 right there. If you look at it, it may seem a little intimidating, but one thing I encourage you to do is to go into NC courts or NC courts, is it called? Yeah, the North Carolina courts website and look up the form that way because they have already preset fields so that when you start typing it in, it already calculates. You can download it yourself and do it yourself, and that will really test out your math skills. So I highly encourage you to use theirs. I do have a document as well, but again, I encourage you to use theirs because theirs is going to auto populate. And so you'll see in part more, it's really a summary of what's going on here. You'll take from the inventory, or if you've done a past accounting, because an account is responsible every 12 months, every calendar 12 months. You have to fill out an account for the estate if it stays open. Now, if you do the final account and probate's closed, of course, you don't have to do that anymore. But uh, you will use the number one, the subtotal from the inventory that was already filled out prior to this account, or the last number that's on the last account. Then, as you go on, well, I won't go through each of these steps, but they will start getting subtracted out based on what's been sold, what's been distributed. All this will automatically populate from the other sections of the account. But this is pretty much just a summary of how much is in how much was in it from last time, how much has been sold or lost, what are the receipts that you have, how much money was distributed, and how much money was or dispersed to people who have debts or owe debts or expenses, and how much was distributed to inheritors. So you disperse funds to people that have a claim of debt or expenses that are in the probate or in the estate, and you distribute to heirs. And this just, yeah, you'll be using the inventory for the to complete the document if you have not already completed an annual account. Part two, it just really shows how much is still held. Well, how much money is still in the bank account if there's a bank, or is invested, or is in personal property. Also, if there is real estate that was willed to the estate, you'll put that there, or some that was acquired by the estate, you'll put this here. So this is basically how much does the estate have. Just want to see a more detailed look, and then this will be your signing off of, and there'll be a notary, all that good stuff, and the clerks will also double check on that. So I just wanted to show what those looks like. This is where the disbursements is. This is where you'll show, hey, UNC Healthcare was paid this much, this amount on this date, and you'll have backup forms or receipts that you'll share with that you can staple them together, make copies of, but make sure you provide proof. So make sure you keep a great record of all the money that you're paying off. This is also paying off the fees that cost you to do the probate, whether it's the attorney fees or other fees that are associated. All right. Then this is section four or five, I should say, is what was distributed to the heirs. If cousin Judy got 3,000, you want to show, and of course cousin Judy will also have to sign a separate sheet showing that she received that, or you can use canceled checks, things of that nature, or not canceled, but the checks to show. You want to have receipts of who received what. All right, that's pretty much the sum of it. If you want support, again, reach out to me. I'm the hub in the wheel. I can support you in many ways. You can actually sign up like a lot of people are doing for go to calendly.com, Estate Pro Service, and find a time for us to sit down and chat, or email me directly at Courtney at estateproservice.com. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm helping someone, and I've helped 3 people in the last week, particularly on account. So I figured, hey, maybe I need to put some more information out there since people are asking about it. Hope this is helpful to you. And yeah, would love for you to hit a like and subscribe and all that good stuff so that we can get this out to more people and support more people. I want to also thank you for taking the time to listen to this, uh, check in on this podcast. And this is the Life in Transitions Experts channel, LITE. Let your light shine. Cheers.